Everyone, so let's start solving today's Leetcode daily challenge question. So the question is construct k palindrome strings. Given a string s and an integer k, return true if you can use all the characters in s to construct k palindrome strings or false otherwise. Okay. So let's say this is our example. Let's understand first what is the question is. We'll be given one integer k and one string s. So if you can use all the characters in s to construct k palindrome strings. So for example, here we have to construct two palindromic strings using this all characters. Okay. So here if you can see these two, Anna and this ELBLE. So these two palindromic strings we are able to build using all the characters of this S. This is the question. It's not like you can build, you can use only A and you can use only NN and all. Okay, so here the next is this you can build this. These are the possible constructions. Okay, so ANBNA and ELLE, again ANELLENA and only B. Now in this next example we have to build three palindromic strings using this. It is not possible because let's see this example. Okay, so L is single, then we have EE, T, and C, and O, D, and E. So only two are even, right? For palindromic string, let's say we have this palindromic string X, Y, X. So this middle one can be the odd count, okay? But last this and this should be the same. So what we can build is E, T, E, and what about others? We can have C, O, but we what is our condition? We have to use all the characters in S to construct a K palindromic string. Okay, so this is not possible. Now, if we see this example, true, here the K is 4. So for each, like here for true, the K is 4. So we can build T, R, U, and E. Right, these are full four palindromic strings and we are using all the characters. Here we can use single character, but the thing is we have to use all its characters. Okay, in our, let's say here k is 3, so 3 palindromic string, which is not possible. That is why it is returning false and it is returning true. Okay, so let's see. You can observe here in this question that how many odd number of characters. So here only one is there. If we have even, then we can build. If we have odd, and if we have odd which are more than our k, that means we have here two and here how many are odd, only one. So in this two, how many times we can use the odd numbers? Two times, right? Only odd when we can use in the middle of the palindromic string. So if you have two, then that is okay, but if you have three, then that is not possible, right? And that means, okay, here I'll use this example. This is our example. Let's say we have C and we have D. So how many A are how many times? Two times. And N how many times? Two times. Then we have B 1, E two times, L two times, C 1, and D is also one time. So let's say our K is 2. Okay, so our K is 2. So we have to build two palindromic string using this all this. Okay, so let's say this is our palindrome 1, and this is our 2. So in this, whenever we know the palindromic string that from the start and from the end it should be same. In the middle only we can use a single character. Let's say I have AA, B, AA. I can do this like this also, and I can do BB also. But I can do this, right? So if I have odd, okay, I have only one this. Okay, one. Then if I want to build a two string, then I can do like this, right? That means two odd number of characters I can place in this two palindrome. So k is 2. Now how many are odd? See, why I'm talking about odd is, let's say I have 3 b's. Then I can do this like this also, right? So these 2b will be like act like this from here and here in palindromic string. Okay, so I'm talking about odd. So if we have 3 odd, but we have to build only 2 palindromes, so it is not possible. So if we count number of odd characters, okay, frequency of odd characters, then we got our answer. If it is greater than k, it is not possible. If it is less than k, it is possible. And here in the question, it is like we have to return the true or false. It's not like you have to build a string. So if we count the number of odd, okay, then our answer will get. Okay, so let's use the first method I will be telling is using the hashing concept. So in the last question, also in the previous question, in the yesterday's question, we have used the hash. Okay, so here also we will use a hash. So how? So we have how many characters? Of course, in alphabets we have 26 characters. So I can make use of array of size 26. Okay, and this, okay, index 0 will be for my character A, and 1 will be for my character B. How is what we will do is, let's say we got our character A, then we will subtract this with A, and then we will get 0. And if we have character B, and if we subtract with A, we will get the count as 1. So similarly for C, we will if I subtract A, and that I will get as 2. So this will be our index. So like this we will store the frequency of each character in our hash array, which is a size of 26. So let's start coding. So let's say we have hash is equal to new int 26 size. Okay, and here for int I, or let's say char c is equal to what is our string s. So s dot to char array. Okay, now this is our char. So hash of c minus a, as I said, I will just increment this. Okay, now I will check, what I will check, int I 0 I less than hash. Hash instead of hash dot length, I can directly write 26 I plus plus. Okay, and if my hash of I percent 2 is not equal to 0, that means it is odd. So we will use one variable odd, int odd, which is equal to 0. So I'll increment the odd, and at the end, if my odd is greater than what, greater than k, then we will return false, as we discussed, and at the end we can return true. And before this, let's say what is our condition. If you see this example 3, here you can see this true and this k. So if my k is equal to the s dot length, of course each palindrome will be of length 1, so we can directly return true. So before that, if my s dot length is less than k, is it even possible to build 4 strings using 3 characters? No, right? So if my s dot length is less than k, then I will return false. And if my s dot length equal to k, I can return true. So let's run this. So this is the first approach using the hash. Okay, so I'll submit this. We are going to see the next approach also. So wait, yeah, so here you can see our solution got accepted. But now this is what we are doing is we are storing it. Okay, if like we are using the hash array and we are storing the frequency of all the characters, and then checking if like we are then checking how many are odd, and then at the end we are returning. So we will see the next approach is using the bit manipulation approach. Okay, so I will just yeah, I'll just remove this. Okay, I'll just remove this also. Yeah, these two condition will be the same, of course. So we will see bit manipulation. Before that, I will show you my playlist of bit manipulation. So here you can see I have made the playlist of basics. These are all basics you can see. Okay, after this, if you are very beginner to bit manipulation concept, because in this question I will be telling the bit manipulation solution. So if you feel this is like little over for you, then you can check this playlist and watch this video and then come to that solution, or try to solve by your own. Okay, so let's start with that. Okay, so in bit manipulation we have different operators, like we have and, or, XOR. Okay, so today we'll be using the XOR operator. What is the what let's use Excel. Okay, so here, what is the or? Let's say 1 and 0. We want to do the XOR of 1 and 0. In XOR, if both are different, then only we'll get the 1. Okay, so let's say 1 and 0. What will be the XOR of these two? We'll get 1. And if we have 1 and 1, what is the XOR we'll get? We'll get 0. That means if we have different, so this is different, and let's say one is x and one is y, then we will get 1. And if I have x and x, I'll get 0. And if I have y and y, I'll get 0. Okay, so here what you understood is if we have the same number, and if you do the XOR of that, you'll get the answer 0. Okay, and if we have different numbers, let's say I have 1 and 2, if I do the XOR, of course, like I'll get it's not 1, it will be here it is 1 and 0, right? That is why I'm getting 1. Here it will not be 1, here it will be some different value. Okay, here it will be 0 for sure. Okay, let's say I will say here 1 and y, I'll get y, like that. So if we have both are same, then we will get 0. If both are different, then the value will be different, of course, not the 1. Here in this case we have 1 and 0, that is why we are getting the 1. Okay, so if we use this concept, then we'll get some different value, and then how we will count, right? So instead what we will do, we will convert our let's say we have a, so we'll consider it as a 0. If we have b, we'll consider it as a 1. But not the exact value 1, we will consider it as a, so let's say we have 0. Okay, and I'll consider it as a 0. If I have 1, what I'll consider 1. That means at one position. So here, let's say I'll write here. So we have like this. Okay, consider this is my 0. What will be my 1? I'll write this one. That means one position. What will be my 2? What will be my 3? So when we do the XOR with this, so what will happen is in hash what we were doing, like 25 size array, and then we are counting. So here it will be like 25 0, consider. Okay, these are 25 0. So my 0 will be here, my a will be here. So if it is 1, that means a has a odd count. If it is 0, that means a has a even count. So every time when I do, let's say I got a, this a. Let's say I will use an example. This you understood, right? That this is our a. No, this is our a. This is our b. This is our c, and this is our d. Okay, and let's say I got mm 0, 1, 0. Okay, and again I got the same character in my string. So if I do the XOR, what I will get? What I will get? 0, 0. So that means if this index, okay, this bit is what is 0, that means it is a even, and if it is 1, that means it is odd. That means that character has a odd count, and at the end we can count how many ones are there in my string. Okay, so my string can be like this also, right? If I do this XOR with this, I'll get this, and this XOR with this, I'll get this. So I can say at this index character, I have odd count and is even. And at the end, after doing all this, we will get one such binary thing. Let's say we have this, so I can see two odd characters are present. So accordingly, the same thing. If it is more than k, we will return false. So let's do this. Okay, so we will use one bit mask which is initially 0. Okay, now for char c s dot to char array. Okay, now bit mask xor equal to with what? With what I said is this one. So I will place this one left shift, right? One to left shift by c minus a. You understood this? 1. Okay, now my 0 is there, a is there. So how many times I will do this by left shift? Let's say I have let's say initially I'll have this 1. Okay, oh wait, I did some mistake. This is my a, right? This is not my e, this is my a. I just by mistakenly write before explaining I was just telling initially it is 0. Okay, so we have 1, and 1 we are doing left shift by how many times? By 0 for a. So I'll get this thing. For b, how many times? One time I have to shift 1. Okay, this one number, this is the left shift operator. Okay, so we have 1. This is our initial binary thing you can consider. If I want to do the left shift by 2, okay, then my 1 will go here, and I'll get what? I'll get this string. Okay, I'll get this string. So this is what? This is by 2 shift again. So every time we will XOR with everything. So this is my a. Let's say this is my c, and if I do the XOR, what I'll get? I'll get 0 0 0 1 0 1. So that means I have a and c, one odd count. Okay, again I got 1 in my string, and I will do XOR with what? XOR with this. So what I'll get? I'll get 0 0 0 1 0 0. So this got cancelled. That means we have now even one, even a's. So like this we'll get at the end bit mask. Okay, and at the end int count is equal to bit mask no, integer dot uh, what, I'm not able to recall. Let me integer dot integer count 1 bits. Not this. There is one. Yeah, integer bit count method. So Yeah, to print the number of ones in the memory. So here you can see integer dot bit count of what this bit mask. You can do it by like loop and all also, but they then will be the same thing. Here you can directly use the inbuilt method and return what? Return count is greater than, if count is greater than k, uh, then we will return false. What I'm writing. Count is greater than k, then we will return false. Else we'll return true. So let's run this. Yeah, you can see the accepted if you submit this. So this is the solution using the bit manipulation. So you can see your solution got accepted. So in this video I have explained the two different ways. One is directly hash using the hashing concept, that you can store the frequency and then at the end you can just check how many odd are there. Okay, the same logic we will use here. Okay, we have used here in bit manipulation. The approach is little different to count the number of odd. Okay, so if you feel this video is helpful to you, please like this video, subscribe my channel, stay updated. Thank you so much for watching.